1, 2, 3, 4.
How's it going, William? How are you?
I'm all good, Patrick. How are you? Am I close enough in here, Sean?
Yeah.
I'm very nervous. This is different.
Yeah, we're in the Limelight dressing room.
Yeah, this is the casting couch.
The casting couch, yeah, apparently so.
You want a gig? This is where you earn it.
You want to do support?
How badly do you want to be a comedian?
Lick your lips,
Let's.
How many minutes do you want to do that?
That's how long
But
you
yeah, no, so we're on Saturday night, and sorry we're only recording now, but we had everything happening this week. It was just mental from...
We're two very tired boys, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is take 2.
Of this,
yes,
because we
did try to record in Lavery's, but it was just not happening. Too noisy, and the acts were walking in like Mickey Bartlett and fucking just being loud and brash and like, what are you doing there?
There's a court noise!
I think it's a bit fucking obvious. We're recording a fucking...
What are you doing with a full podcast setup?
We're doing a Zoom meeting with fucking Aces. What do you think we're doing? Doing a Zoom meeting with the Taliban to see if we can bring the Mudblood podcast on tour in Afghanistan.
I'd do that Zoom call if Shamima Begum was going to be on it. Have you seen her recently?
Shaking my boo-boo.
She can shake her boo-boo. Shamima Begum.
She does sound like she's shaking her boo-boo.
She sounds like she's from West Belfast.
She's shaking my boo-boo.
Shamima
boo-boo-man.
But have you seen her?
I seen a picture of her in a hat. She didn't do it for me.
Nah, bro, you need a good picture of her.
Right.
Banging. I don't know if the Taliban do
a good picture of her banging.
No, she is banging, and a good picture of her. Not she's just hot. That's what you know. That's what
right.
She's not.
I thought you were saying like there was a picture of her banging.
Nah, she'd be dead if that was the case.
Because I would normally get that shit. I get sent anything that's going gets sent to my phone.
Your WhatsApp will...
You could go through my gallery and it will go pictures of the kids, pictures of a dog, big black fella sorting out a horse. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just... it just goes in that order. You know, fella putting a fucking ice cream up his arsehole. That's the way it goes on my phone. Can't let the kids in till it's just...
Whenever you post into the comedians group chat, the rest of the chat has to check if it's okay with the first person that's opened it. Like when you send the video in.
Do get...
I'll bite the bullet now. We're like, oh fucking look, because nothing bothers me.
I know not to put stuff in there.
Send it to me though, because I like it.
See, you're a wee fucker.
I've told you this before. I just grew up in the age of the internet where you see everything.
I had Tullycornet.
Yeah, literally. Joe Music was man get stopped. I'm like, yeah, it was next door.
There was a big contingency in from Tullycornet last night. It was basically
represent.
It was basically every time I mentioned somewhere, it was like you, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, we're going to be here all night. And I was in the Maldives once, and a wee thing at the back went you, and I went, I right dead on, and then it was like, well, I'm Sierra Leone, I'm not actually Maldives, and I went, for fuck's sake.
See, you've got fans travelling all the way from Sierra Leone.
The fella's been living here along as Mrs. brought him.
Right.
But it was fucking hilarious because it was like he cheered the Maldives.
Hear that beat?
Somebody banging down there.
There's AVA and MK within 20 minutes of here, so you're going to hear that.
That's DJs, I know that.
Yeah.
But it also sounds like weapons that the police found in West Belfast in the loft.
MK AVA has been arrested.
Police have found 2 MKs and 2...
Yeah, 2 MKs.
Like
3 AVAs in the back of
I basically had to be told like about the DJs, right? So obviously the same company that are putting on these shows are doing them shows.
Yeah.
And they were saying like they don't fly in normal commercials. They have to be private jetted in and all. And I'm like, they're only famous for like 1 or 2 songs, and they're not songs. They've basically took somebody else's material and mixed it up, and they get famous because of it.
Oh man.
We're
in the wrong business.
Could you imagine if we done that? Like, do you know what I'll do? I'll take a wee bit of C.K. Lewis, and I'll take a wee bit of fucking, I don't know, Chris Rock.
So I know you meant like C.K. Lewis.
No, I done it on purpose.
Oh right, I thought you meant like
C.K. Lewis. Sorry, the C.S. Lewis.
I was like, who's he going for?
Wardrobe mixed in with fucking Chris Rock. I'm a big kicky with
the line, the wank, and the wardrobe.
I was fucking in a wardrobe, man.
I fucking love Chris.
But could you imagine doing that?
Yeah.
And getting famous because you fucking mashed up it.
See, just because you've said this, it brought in, someone sent me this, right? A video of, there's Peter Kay impersonators, right? Tribute acts, sorry. So they look like Peter Kay. which is just a fat lad, just a fat northerner, and they do his material.
That's always happened.
I thought they were going to do...
Billy Connolly has had loads for years, right? Did I ever tell you about the fella from here?
I'm not
And the Billy Connolly thing?
No.
He basically a fella from here moved. Now he may be here, he may be Donegal, I don't know, but he's from over here, and he went to the Basque Country and married a girl. Obviously speaks the language, and just basically bought every Billy Connolly DVD and done it in the Basque Country, and is like massively famous.
That's fucking genius.
He's just massively famous because he's like he's just does Billy Connolly, but in the Basque language, and they all think he's amazing.
Yeah.
So there's a guy over there from here who speaks Basque and fucking talks about working in the shipyard on the Clyde and all. You know what I mean? And they love him.
What's Basque for jobby?
Don't know.
But it was so weird. I was just seeing this guy on a stage just doing Peter Kay's material badly, and I was like, who the just hire an actual comic?
Yeah.
Don't hire this fucking...
Well, I think like Billy Connolly impersonators, and my dad's mate. Do you remember Mickey Tohill?
No.
He's the Rod Stewart one. Remember he done a film?
Oh yes, he used to sell
The safety boots and all.
I was about
He used to sell the what?
He's like Del Boy, right? He's a mate of my dad's, but he's a Rod Stewart impersonator.
Right.
So he's a tribute act.
Yeah.
And he's actually quite good at it. But he done it at my ma's birthday, do you remember?
Yeah.
Does he look like him at all, or...?
No.
He tries to look like him.
I'm not thinking of him. I'm thinking of your other fella who used to live down the falls. Used to.
Many trivia acts do you guys know?
Eddie Birkenhead. Eddie Birkenhead had the Rod Stewart haircut and all.
He looked more like him.
And he used to get all the stolen gear, right? So if you wanted clothes and all that, he used to get it. I remember going to a Celtic match one time, the first time I ever seen Eddie, and he was breaking into a fruit machine in the boat, and I was like, Rod Stewart's breaking into a fruit machine in the boat. I was around sitting with that. Rod Stewart's breaking into the fruit machine around there, and here's with that. It's Eddie Birkenhead, don't worry about it. And I was like, no, Daddy, it's Rod
He's still
Stewart.
breaking into the fruit machine though. Like that's irrelevant.
God love and Rod Stewart, you know. It's in my heart, it's in my soul. I got on the stanner and I got my hole, and I broke into the fruit machine.
If I knew what song that was, I think I'd enjoy that more. I don't
Wake
know
up, Maggie, I think I've got a screwdriver to break into you.
Do you like? I love being a performer. I know you do too. Like, but there's something weird about a tribute performer. What the fuck do you need to be doing to be like, I'm a singer-songwriter? Do you make your own stuff? Nah, I just do Oasis badly.
Is that not like fucking... Do you remember the Oasis group called Noasis?
They're good though. I'll give them that.
And they're pretty decent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there is ones that
there's hit and miss.
I enjoy. Yes.
There's
yes,
hit and miss.
Yes. I think if it's done good and right, is it right that they should make off the back of somebody? No, probably not.
Yeah.
But if they're good at it, like I'll tell you one who I like. Jim Brown does Elvis, and he done my wedding, and he's fucking brilliant.
You had an Elvis impersonator at your wedding?
I had an Elvis impersonator, I had Garth Brooks impersonator, and I had a Sinead Sweden one.
How many impersonators do you fucking know? Who was the best?
Jerry Adams was the best impersonator. Here you could do a mean IRA man like him. But Jim Brown's fucking brilliant, like.
Uh-huh.
And I suppose Elvis is dead, so. No,
Yeah, well, yeah, you can take off him. I thought there was going to be more. Yeah, you can take off him. He's done. It is weird. Do you know, how would you feel, right? We go into the Devilish one day, and there's a Paddy McDonnell impersonator on.
Well, there is a comedian that's about at the minute that is an impersonator because he's doing everybody else's material.
Now you know what you're doing.
And he's doing quite well. He's doing quite
you
well.
You know what you're doing.
I'm just saying. There's an act going about at the minute that does, and he's doing quite well about it. But he doesn't come out like he doesn't say he's a fucking Colin Gaddis impersonator or a Shane Todd impersonator or a Willie Thompson impersonator. He just does what he does.
You're a cheeky man, Patrick.
I'm just saying.
Speaking of gigs, though, we were meant to be at a gig yesterday. We were meant to be at Liam Gallagher.
Well, I wouldn't have been there. I would have turned up after, and I could have made it.
You would have been able to make it now. The way the times are.
The Mudblood curse worked its magic for Paddy again.
Yeah, what are the odds that we mention someone on the podcast and they fall out of a helicopter and break their fucking face.
What I basically says was, unless something happens to Liam, and then something did happen to Liam.
This makes it sound like you did it.
Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I'm a big fan, and I'll do anything if it means me missing. I did tell you about going Oasis when I was like 15, 16. They put on concerts in Dublin Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Uh-huh.
And all my mates got tickets, I didn't. And then they put on an extra night and we got tickets. And my sister brought me down with her husband and his two brothers. And we went down to Wednesday night. Absolutely amazing concert. It was a famous concert actually. And that night, Liam busted up his dad or fought with his dad and then couldn't gig the rest of the fucking gigs. So I came home and all my mates that had been torturing me about not getting a ticket actually had to go down and see Oasis without him.
You had to go see Noel sing Liam's bits?
Yeah.
Which is shit.
Which isn't the same.
No, it is quite shit.
But, so it was like, the Mudblood curse has probably been following me about, you know what I mean?
That's I always forget, they fucking don't like their dad. And I've seen the documentary and stuff because their dad's a fucker, isn't he?
Fucker in their eyes anyway. You know, I don't know the man. But I mean...
Let's get him on. Let's get him on 1 week.
Let's hear his side of the story.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say he's a fucker because I didn't. I mean,
yeah. From the story,
you don't know my dad, and I don't know your dad, so
yeah.
I
do know your dad.
You don't?
I've met your dad.
You've met him. You don't know him.
Yeah.
Meeting somebody and knowing somebody's two different things.
That is true. That is true.
So I'm saying that I'm not going to comment on it because, do you know what? It's Ireland. It could be related to a fella or something. So I'm not going to say fuck off.
I will say this: your dad's a very spry man for his age.
He's fit.
Fucking jumped up on the stage quicker than I could.
He's fit. Still working. Still runs loads of miles a week.
Yeah. Springy, like, what age is he? Fucking
65, 66?
Is he only 65?
No, he's
66. He's 66.
65.
He's
66.
Yeah.
This year, so he's 65, yeah.
Perfect. He's got some fucking mobility in him, like.
Yeah. All them years.
Scared the fuck out of me when he jumped on the stage. Did you send him after me to do that? Or? No, he did that of his own accord.
Yeah, because we were Protestant. Yeah. he wanted to do it because you were Protestant and gay.
Yeah, apparently.
He was just like,
Yeah. I'm not gay, by the way, for people watching this and being like,
are you not?
No.
Well, there you go. I thought I knew you.
You thought I was gay?
Wee bit.
I sucked your dick a wee bit. Like that's it.
Oh, and I don't, because I'm not.
He is. That's how I get that. That's why I'm shit. I'm on this podcast. Yeah, I let the dagger stab me.
Did you see any of the comments? But don't really comment on it. But people are saying, well, there was one guy has said, oh, it's went down a bit since Paddy stopped doing his best stories at the start.
I didn't see that.
No.
I've been too depressed this week to even entertain the notion of being abused online.
It's sort of like, is he really a Mudblood fan then? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or does he just like you spiking grannies?
just likes to hear about Fenians being wee fuckers.
Yeah. But you get that. Gaddis, I remember the person I go to for advice on podcasts and how people take it is Gaddis, who's been doing it.
Because he is Mr. Podcast for us. Like.
And you think we get abuse?
Oh, he gets some.
You read the messages Colin, like he gets,
and
you're like, how have you not went to their house with a fucking shotgun? Like,
maybe he has.
Do you know what I mean? He's like, and now YouTube has this thing you can have history of comments. So if you're like slabbering under every video, we now have the ability, like everyone has the ability to like see all of your comments.
Right. Okay.
So they'll just say like, right, you're just a wee fucking troll.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I suppose I had the black one that kept fucking putting up on my thing. Has Connor Burns got a cheesy helmet?
You had to block him because you actually asked them to stop doing it. They wouldn't stop doing it. And of course
I asked him nicely and then he just didn't stop it, and then I was like, no, seriously, it's getting to the stage now. If I bump into you Nasdaq, you're gonna have more than a cheesy helmet, you know what I mean? So it's just, you're just annoying me now.
Do you have a cheesy helmet?
No, because I clean it.
With Manscaped?
No, I clean it with my fingers and shower gel in the fucking shower. I pull back the foreskin and clean the cream.
Is that how you do it?
Yes, mate. Do you need a demonstration?
I just stick it in a cup of tea and leave it there.
Oh.
Let it soak.
And then give your granny the tea.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, what a big surprise. I last night had Jordan down just watching the show, and I just mentioned him to turn up if he wanted tonight to be on the podcast, and here I am. there he is.
We didn't know you were coming down.
He just appeared, so it's a bit of a Brucey bonus for the podcast tonight.
Hello, podcast listeners.
So, for anybody who doesn't know who this is Jordan
Robinson, yes.
I remember one time doing an interview, and the guy asked me on the radio interview, is there any up and coming acts, right? And this is years ago, and I says, there's two wee lads in there, I think they're fucking smashing. There's William Thompson and Jordan Henderson.
He is Captain of Liverpool, but I think he can give so much more.
And I told you two guys that I had done it, and then I was talking about it, and the guy on the radio program says you didn't say Robinson. Like the whole time you were talking about him, you said Jordan Henderson. And I went, fuck me, fuck my life. So I'm sorry.
It's fine.
The intention was good.
I mean, like, I should technically be playing for Liverpool right now, but I'm not annoyed about it.
The intention was good, but it didn't work out. So yes, Jordan. I actually can't remember the first time I seen you. I think it was in the Path.
No, it wasn't.
Where was it?
I know exactly where it was.
Was it the Palm House?
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly where it was.
What gig was this? The gig that I ran?
I still haven't been paid for.
I think it was a charity gig, so I don't think you will be.
Did you run that gig?
Who was on?
Me, Jordan, Teresa.
Yeah.
Was Paddy Rafflin?
No.
Kieran?
No.
Fuck no, that was Marcus Ward. Palm House is the one next door.
Right?
Yeah.
Marcus Ward.
The Marcus Ward.
Yes, I remember that.
But who else was on? Was it Mary
Ian
Flanagan?
Commons.
No, it wasn't.
No,
Ian
it was us
Thompson.
four. Me, you, Teresa.
Tweeza.
Tweeza Livingston.
Tweeza Queen.
I thought you were talking about the Palm House charity night one.
No,
that was a different one.
Although I did.
But that was the first time I seen Jordan, and I thought you were great.
Yeah. Do you remember the first corporate gig you got me?
Yeah, I brought you up to Cookstown.
Oh, yeah.
And I said to you on the way up, and I would warn you, so I did say, listen, it's a good gig, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you will see the difference in it.
Oh, I did.
You know.
I've heard you both reference this. I've never heard the story. What happened at that gig? Talk me through that gig.
I do this corporate gig for Keylight, which is a company that makes like lintels and skylight windows.
Right.
So every year they do a corporate night in a hotel up in Cookstown, and I go up and do it. And I brought Jordan up to it, and they didn't like it.
No, they did not like me. And it's like, it's not, there's no story behind it.
It's just a man dying on his own.
Yeah. That was it.
I think what I said to Jordan was, look, this will give you an idea for yourself about, I says, look, Kieran Bartlett, I said to Kieran, would you even get a set that you could do in corporate stuff for me, and I would bring you with me, because I can't. And,
you can.
And then I went back to Kieran and I apologised, and I think I told you about this, and I said, Kieran, I shouldn't have said that to you. That's your decision. If you ever wanted to get one, I was wanting to give him a kick, and then I went, could you do a clean set? So I was sort of giving Jordan an idea just to let him know what kind of gigs he wanted to do. So I brought him, but I definitely thought the men liked them, because there does be normally more fellas than girls at it, and a lot of factory, they work in the factory plus work in the office, but that night there seemed to be like 50-50.
Yeah.
And a lot of the women came that night from the admin office.
And women have no
and they didn't. Not when women are together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I was joking.
No, but what my point on this is, not putting women down. It's like we were talking earlier on about when William does a bit, he has a certain bit in a set that a fella doesn't want to laugh beside his girlfriend. But then when he does the ending, it makes him be able to laugh in front of her. Do you know what I mean? Because she gets suspicious, and I see it all the time. And corporate gigs are like that. So it was one of them ones to let you see, so that you knew, right, okay, corporate gigs aren't for me.
Yeah.
Unless it's specifically for like a tattoo parlour or
somewhere where they've specified to get be as rough as you want.
Because like a that Keylight gig, you just have to have one Christian in the audience, and the people in the office know that she's Christian. So if they hold back in work, then they'll hold back. Even if they think he's funny, they'll not laugh in front of her because they don't want to.
It's always really bad too if it's the boss. If the boss is the good living one.
The boss was there.
You're fucked.
But he wasn't good living, but he didn't want to laugh. He came to me, actually. The boss actually said to me he didn't think you were a bad comedian. He just says it wasn't right for the Christians that was there. Do you know what I mean? And he says, I didn't want them as to go, he's laughing at that. Like, it's, but we're used to me. It's mental. It's like, I get away with it because I'm a wee scumbag from. It's expected of me.
You're like me. Like I get away with it too,
Yeah.
and me and you both get away with saying some horrible stuff sometimes. But I think it's because we do a wee giggle and like a smell.
Yeah.
A wee cheeky.
Yeah.
Well, I think in like normal gigs, I get away with saying like some stuff that other people wouldn't, just because of the face I have.
Yeah.
Well, see, in terms of comedy, right? When a lot of guests comes on, we forget about this and we don't talk about it. What got you into comedy?
Watching live at the Apollo, really.
Right, okay.
And it was like around about 2007 when like people like Reginald D. Hunter and all were on,
Yes.
and so to this day, still my favorite comedian.
Okay.
But like with starting stand up comedy, I started through improv, and it's kind of it just I know. It just started, with you and a bunch of people on stage.
Yeah.
The natural progression kind of seemed like to get rid of
Do
those
yourself.
people and
Yeah.
do it yourself.
And when you say get rid of, like...
No, not to a permanent.
Dead. They're buried.
Not compromised to a
That's
permanent.
it. He's not even like he has no heart problems. He doesn't shake. It's all just a Kaiser Soze act to get away with the murders.
Do you think Jordan's like a Frankenstein of all like different parts of them people, and they put them all together?
Well, he just collects like their face.
No,
and
but
their
he has
ears.
all these scars. Like, do you think like he has the heart of somebody that was in?
That's
the,
it. Like he didn't actually have to get heart surgery. You just
Yeah, it
went.
was too
I just had to
expensive.
destroy
I had
evidence.
to collect hearts.
I went to school with a guy that does the surgeries at the weekend. He just says, "You get the materials, and I'll do the work."
See if you could do that, right? One other person in the world, you get one body part. What would it be? Because I'd get Kim Kardashian's hole strapped on me.
Where would you put it?
On my face. On my knees, because I'm really bad
see,
knees. So you just
If you got her arse strapped to your face, you would definitely get a Channel 4 documentary. The man with Kim Kardashian's fucking ass as a face. It would just be you sitting there, and it'd be like, everybody in Tully Corner looks at me.
What would you? Do you know what I mean? If you could get one celebrity's body part, any celebrity, any part of their body gets strapped onto you, nothing else changes.
I genuinely don't even think I would want somebody else's part put on me.
Really?
What the fuck would it?
Right? I'm just saying, right? If they could do it, there's no complications. They could do it. Do you know what I mean? You're telling me you wouldn't want like Shaq's legs?
No,
You'd be like 8
because it would have black legs and a white torso,
We're
and then have
trying
these big long legs, and this me fat body on the top of it, and just these big legs.
Yeah,
look,
but you're tall.
I know, but I'd be looking down at people's eyes, and they'd be going, "You weren't fucking leggings, you big cunt." Do you know what I mean?
Or
You'd
like
be-
Dappy's dick. I'd get Dappy's dick strapped onto me.
Where would you get it put?
Clear instead of where my dick is.
So you're removing your own
Yeah,
dick?
yeah, you
There was
replace
no
something.
there was no stipulation that you would remove
I
the part of your body.
assumed-
So you've got two dicks.
Right.
now.
Why would you
Wee
just...
Willie two dicks.
Yeah, we really do dicks.
It'd be like that program when you were a kid.
The two Willies.
Big cook, little cook. Big dick and little dick.
I would look like Tails from Sonic.
Big dick, little dick.
I appreciate
Welcome to
that.
the
That was fucking good.
bedroom. Here, if you thought you were a transformer, fuck, what are they thinking now? You definitely get the DLA. Took off you the two dicks. Because the doctor would turn around and go, "Listen, I know you have cerebral palsy, but you have two dicks. You can't fuck off. You know what I mean? You have more than most. Go on,
And I blocked the
take
door.
yourself
with my
away
two
the
dicks.
fuck." You could actually go with that. No, them conjoined twins.
Yeah, I could take both of them.
Oh, and you could satisfy them both. Like none of them's waiting around.
Yeah.
I think
The
they
one
only-
would be going, "How the fuck's your fucking dick bigger than mine?" But
You'd have a dick for like whatever mood your girlfriend's in. Be like, what are you feeling like tonight? The wee one or the big one? How are
and
you?
here, if you got the Irish dick and you had Kardashian's thing, you could be fucking your own face.
Jordan, do you want to jump on this podcast? Oh yeah,
I
that's
fucked my
good
Kim
idea.
Kardashian ass face with my two Dappy dicks.
That's definitely a Channel 4 documentary.
There's the book. There's the episode name right there. Fucking my own.
You're talking about getting an Irish dick and I'm looking out that big chimney. Like, can't
Would you
get
get a
it in there.
chimney strapped onto you? Is that
What's he going to look like
boys
with
want
a
to be a house. What about you,
chimney
Jordan?
on
What would
her?
you get?
What?
Surely you'd get like Ronaldo's.
I think Jordan would get a heart or something now.
I mean, the smart answer is heart, but
Do you know what this episode's called? The Wizard of fucking Oz. If I only had a heart. If I only had two
If
dicks.
I only had two dicks.
You know, you're like the
Follow the yellow
what is
brick
it?
road.
The lion goes, "Put it up, put him up." You'll be like you,
They're like,
like,
will you
put
put
him
them
up.
down? It'd be like having two excited dogs.
But I genuinely can't think of. Do you know what I mean? What would you get? Somebody's
There's
face?
no- is there
Brad
nothing-
Pitt's face? Brad Pitt's face on a fat body. I don't know.
Or even just like his nose. I would probably get my nose replaced. I would get a nicer nose so I don't look like Cindy Lou from The Grinch.
You're worse than a girl. You've talked about your face, your arse, and your fucking dick.
The man's insecure.
Yeah.
Very insecure.
Oh, sorry, I'm not allowed to be.
No, you can be whatever you want to be.
I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, if like one other body part is with Brock Lesnar's fucking shoulders.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's right bicep, just one big arm. and me and you would match.
Yeah, you look at me, yeah.
I can play for your football team then.
You're playing them on Sunday and I
actually can't play now.
What do you mean?
I have a christening to go to, I can't play.
For fuck's sake. That team's just dwindling with each passing day.
I know.
It's going to be to the side now.
We've just evened it up. 5 of us turn up and 20 of you, so that's it even.
I'm telling you, they would beat us.
No.
I saw how we played against that Lurgan team. I know people watching us didn't see us play. We're not bad players, but we'd never played together.
A team of individuals, I think that's the best way to explain it.
We were 7-0 down and people were still doing Rabonas on their own half. And you're like, can we pass the ball, lads, please?
I basically told everybody, the only way you're going to beat these is if you outplay them.
Yeah.
Which is fucking playing the ball quick.
Yeah,
I told them,
quick.
pass quick. I says, if you're trying all that fancy shit, it's not working.
On the back line, it felt like playing Space Invaders on like the hardest level. They're like this wave,
coming.
And
you think you could have tackled that with your 2 dicks, look? Like a double shooter.
That's a wee power up, actually.
Oh dear.
So welcome on the podcast.
Yeah, it's great to be.
Have you ever watched any of the podcasts? You don't know what it's about?
Yeah, sure. I was quoting them to you yesterday.
Right, okay.
Just to prove.
So that's the thing. We'll record them, but forget what we've said on them. So then someone comes up to you, quotes it, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know. And there's a curse, so be careful what you say.
Don't mention any celebrities, because something bad happens to them anytime they're mentioned.
Fuck, I actually should mention somebody then. That would get rid of him once and for all.
Are you at your work again? Are you at your work again?
I just know I could do my mate a favour here. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm thinking.
People will catch on to what you're doing.
Do you know, be keg like there's Sunday Life, you know? Local comedian arrested on fucking paedophile charges. This would be crazy.
Right, now I don't know who you're talking about. There's no comedian I'm aware of. We're like, oh, there's a bit of a rumour he's a pedo.
Nah, well, there's a few I would say, is it? I suspect a few, like, but anyway. Jordan,
It makes it sound like it's him now.
this is an intervention.
Oh, is it?
Under my hey,
No,
we're
we'll
really
keep
good
doing
guys.
this.
Stop fucking kids.
When people come on, like Cormac come on and just basically came into our studio and drank my fucking 3-litre cider. I mean, you done the podcast over top of him.
He was just there stoned out
He's
drinking.
just stoned out drinking. He was just like, but what's been your best gig? The gig that stands out in your head that you love so much?
The majority of the ones in Limelight that happen, they're all like 10 out of 10.
You did warm up for my one that I brought him out to Simply the Best on, didn't you?
Oh, spectacular. Spectacular.
That thing has massive hits.
I need you to send me that because I want to splice it with me coming out the Devonish to fucking up a rat.
Fucking massive hits. Like, people seem to... And then there's just this one comment from a girl who now lives in Australia that used to live in Newton Ards or something. And she's like in her 60s and she just put below it, is this meant to be comedy or something? Where's all the rest?
No, it's
like,
brutal sectarianism, you silly bitch.
it's the interrogation of fucking...
I felt so bad for that because I thought, right, there was the mistake. You went to me before I brought you on. I'm going for a piss. Give me a minute. What I thought he said was, right, bring me on. So he's in the toilet and I play the song. The song was only meant to play for like 10 seconds as a wee giggle. Because he was in the toilet, the song got the fucking chorus. And people in the Limelight were just going, fuck a poopa. I was like, okay, alright, I feel bad. This is a hate crime at this point.
This is how it starts again.
Yeah. Our Acer, nothing came here, did it not?
Did we not get our Red Bulls?
Or Red Bulls. I'm going to text.
How long have we got? Sorry people, we are waiting to go on stage. This is the fancy life, the non-stop fucking...
Non-stop fuck.
Speaking of non-stop fucking, there's a wee story I'd love for you to tell.
Wee Willie Two Dicks talked about non-stop fucking.
That's going to be you're Paddy the Dagger, I'm Wee Willie Two Dicks.
If we were cowboys in the way
Tiger and
west,
Two Dicks.
here they come. There's Willie Two Dicks and Paddy the Digger. And Jordan.
Butch Cassidy and the Two Dicks kid.
Jordan, borrow the organs.
Borrow the organs.
I'm not going to give him back.
That doesn't roll off the tongue.
Borrow the organs. It's like, we need to get you a new name for a poster.
So there's a story I would love for you to tell.
Yeah.
If you can't tell it. Because this is a story pocket. We're fond of our stories here.
Yeah, okay. So, this story revolves around me.
Yeah.
I'm the protagonist.
Yeah.
And I haven't actually been able to like tell it as one cohesive bit that isn't the friends. So I'll try and keep to the main details. Went out with a girl to date to Cutter's Wharf. And it went all good. We ended up back at my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you fuck her?
we decided to have sex.
On the first night?
Yeah.
Dirty bitch.
This is the thing. She asked if I minded if she videotaped it
On the first night?
on the first night. Now, normally that would have been like red flag right there, but
You were like,
there wasn't a lot of blood going to my brain. Like,
also you just wanted your whole...
exactly. So
Bring the full camera crew in. I don't give a shit.
Proper,
Some dude's like, hold on, Jordan, we're trying to light your ears.
proper comedian, there's a gig in this. You know what I mean? In your head as a comedian, you're always going, I know it's maybe not right, but
Yeah.
the guy from Live the Apollo might see this.
Jordy's like, maybe I can get a few clips off it. So
Can you email me that there and I can send it to a few bookers?
well, you see, this is the thing. I didn't know what I was thinking because I just assumed she wanted it. She had a collection or whatever. But
A collection?
like, I don't know. It's
Monday night. What? A collection? She had a 7-day collection's going on for 3 years there. You know
shit,
what
an iCloud album. That's what she had.
If she had that, then it sounded like she had the Marvel Arch Caves as her family. You know, you just looked into it and went, I'm going to stick something in this, or you shout into it. Hello.
I mean, like,
There's bats flying out of it.
Smelly bad.
Was she tight or what?
she was alive.
Just making sure.
Tell me this, because I know you're two tramps that like doing this. Did you lick her arsehole?
I didn't. No.
Thank fuck.
Given the opportunity, I would have.
Alright, okay.
I'll hear on to it, but not
She
on
sounded like the type of bird like that was, if there was ever an opportunity, that was the bird to do it.
Here, I'm going to make that like an Instagram poll. Like, do you eat ass? Do you not eat ass?
I guarantee you the majority of people will.
Yeah.
Eat ass. And the
Yeah.
younger ones, yeah, maybe, not the older ones.
No, I still think the older ones are I don't know, like, still have it in them.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Anyway, back to the story.
Yes, sorry, yeah.
So yeah, she asked if she could videotape it. I said it was okay, and that was fine. So this happened on the Saturday night, and on the Tuesday, she messages me again saying if I want to hang out again this weekend, and I was like, sure. And she goes like, oh, by the way, that video has most views on my OnlyFans.
So she's taking the video of
Holy
you two
fuck.
fucking without your consent.
I will say this.
You got Kim Cade.
I will say this. When she said that she thought it was implied that it was okay to put it up there since I said
How
it
much
was
did
okay.
she make on it?
I don't know. She took it down after. I was like, hey, that's not cool. You know what I mean? So she takes it down.
Did you hang out with her again?
Yes.
Did see if that was me, Adam. I know what it is. I'm hanging out with you again. You're probably did you make an R video?
No.
No?
No,
Did you
but
have sex?
we did have sex again.
Yeah, well then at that
Hey,
stage, if I
maybe
was...
she recorded you in secret next this time.
Have
Oh,
you
fuck.
checked?
I don't know her OnlyFans handle.
Shane's on our Patreon. He's the only one we have on Patreon.
Not on the OnlyFans, but
No.
Maybe he
The
is.
Mudblood OnlyFans.
I'm thinking that Shane's the only person that can
It's the
check
podcast,
for
but we're balling naked, 2 dicks displayed to the world.
you. Willie Two Dicks.
Yeah, that's my OnlyFans.
So you're the only one on the fucking thing. We Willie Two Dicks. And do you still talk to her now?
No.
Right, what happened?
Nothing, just kind of stopped texting.
Because you wouldn't film again, you cunt. So
Did
you
you,
weren't
did you
making
get
any
any
money?
royalties?
I did not get any.
It sounds like she needed...
She paid for pints though the second time.
I
That's
think...
not enough.
I think... What?
What?
Pints isn't enough?
For me to be filmed fucking? No, it's not.
Not just that, she probably made a good fucking few quid off that video.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute, right?
It's good to know you have a price and it's £2.
Listen to this. Hold on,
What are you doing after the show?
You're really like, that's not enough. You would expect to go and meet a girl and buy her a couple of drinks and have a meal and would expect to get your dick sucked.
No, but you don't expect anything. If they want to suck your dick, fair enough, but I'm not buying them.
But you'll bring a girl and do things with her, hoping that it gets to that stage. That's my point. So most people have a price.
But then...
Yeah, but I don't want her to film me getting my dick sucked and put it on the internet and her to go, well, I bought you a carbonara.
I know she should. In fairness, she should have went, I'll go half gate with you here on this. And at that
I'll know for next time.
Half whack.
60-40 split. I'll give you a 60-40 split.
You still talking about a vagina? Or?
I think you would have settled for a 12-pack of Pepsi and a fucking pizza a week, like.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
So if you're watching, she might be a big fan. If you're watching, it's easy bought. Yeah. Just, it had nothing to do with like, you just didn't do it right.
Exactly. There's a certain way to go about things.
If as anybody's looking Jordan, contact me. My email address is Paddy McDonnell. No, shush.
He's pimping him out now.
Yeah. Well,
this is turning into a real casting couch.
It's like most football agents. This is what happens. They see somebody that can kick a ball, so then they go, right, he can kick a ball, so I can represent you.
This is fake podcasting.
It's not. Look, listen. What I'm saying is, you'd be willing to do it if you got a cut. You're a single man. You can do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Hypothetically,
You're
yeah.
supposed to do it for £2.
And we also have proof that if you get the most things, so you were doing something right in that video, if it got the most views. So the man's got skills. So if anybody out there who's looking, obviously these girls need men to make money. And
they could be doing it by themselves.
Yeah, but who's paying that money?
You?
Men? No, I don't.
Right, so
I get them sent them.
So all I'm saying is you're available. As long as it's
I just don't want you to get a cut out of it. Because, that's half a pint going straight to you, and I don't want that.
Listen, all I'm asking for is a 6-pack of fucking Pepsi, a pizza for you, and a Chinese for my kids once a week. That's it.
Please don't feed my kids a Celtic Chinese.
They're
so hungry.
It saves me £20 the Chinese.
Please, man.
I only get takeaway once a week, so if she supplies the takeaway to my family, and you get your 12-pack of Pepsi and a pizza.
Well, it's gone from 12 to 6 back to 12.
Fuck me. He's sitting there pimping him out on a Friday night going, man, what are you doing sitting in a fucking game? Get out there and make some money.
Be on the phone to some girl over in fucking Ballybean going, here, where the fuck's my chicken balls, you cunt?
I said no veg.
Fucking hold on, there was no chips and no carton of curry in that one. What do you mean he didn't last long this week? Hold on, I ring him. Jordan, what the fuck do you at?
We should put a party package together, like we come do the podcast and Jodie fucks your bird. Like that's 200 quid on
Better than that. What if we become commentators?
Mudblood react to Jordan's sex tips.
Yes.
Welcome to the fans only show tonight. We've got Jordan Henderson, fucking Henderson, Steal the Heart, and he's up with, who is he performing this week with?
I don't
he's
know.
up against Big
Cassandra
from Newton North. Right? I'm really looking out because there's bound to not be a Cassandra in fucking Newton Orange, is there?
I bet there is.
Oh fuck! And then it's like Paddy McDonnell fucking talking about me in the podcast. I can't. Do you remember?
I don't remember that happened. I'll tell you it off air.
William talked about some bird in a video sucking dick, and then she put it up as a status. Yeah. No one of them ones like somebody mentioned something about me, and I go on the Facebook and go, can't believe some fucker put me on their Facebook. Fucking fingering somebody. Do you know? Like, if you don't want nobody to know about it, then don't mention it.
Take Paddy's approach, which is go to their house and threaten them.
Well, there's no threatening.
No, I get it. I totally get it.
You can only block people, so they're still able to do shit. So you need to go and say, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, nipping in the
and
bud.
that was the last guy I pimped out. So, so if you're going to perform, Jordan,
He will show up at your door looking at Pepsi. He will.
I don't want Pepsi. I want the Chinese. Fix
What time are we on? Just so
We'll do questions.
Yes. Before we forget though, Jordan, you have a wee show you want to plug?
Yes, I do. This is the only
we get
reason
the
I'm here.
questions up. Go ahead.
What is it? Fucking speaking
What
of
was it?
the Wizard
Tin
of
Man?
Oz, yeah, Tin Man. My solo show is
Yeah.
in Limelight
There's
1.
nothing I says is not calculated. It all tees into the thing.
See, I saw that. That's
Do
beautiful.
you know what I mean?
It's beautiful.
So the Tin Man show, and give us an idea of your kind of humour if they haven't seen you.
Dark and dirty.
Dark and dirty.
Much like a sex tape.
Much like it's fucking
There you
fans
go.
only page.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you should start a fans only page.
Only fans?
And like, no,
He
fans
calls it
only.
Fans only.
It's like the Northern Ireland version.
Oh, okay.
It's if
It
Connor
doesn't have to be
Burns
as dirty. It can just be you sitting in the house fucking watching old reruns of fucking Give Me Hippies, eating a pizza. Can't pay for that shit.
I'd do it.
Or
I'd get
certain
paid
people
for it.
didn't sell out the fucking SSC arena. And do you know what I mean? So why couldn't you sell that
He's
shit?
the least subbed up cunt in the world.
Do you know what I mean?
Like you start off
sponsor,
with little
right?
hints. Right, we're going to go to questions before you get us sued.
Oh wait,
Sorry
20,
about
25th of February 2022, Limelight 1.
Limelight
Tin Man.
one.
Tickets on Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
So question number one. Well, I think this is just for us, but we'll say it out loud. Rory17 wants to know, my 18th birthday is coming up soon. If I paid just £500 to come and do stand-up, will you? 100%.
Who's that?
Rory17.
How much does he pay?
£500 for two of us. I did.
You can do it with Jordan.
Fucking...
The man doesn't get out of bed unless there's
Big
a
Joe,
Chinese involved.
Big Joe IG said, will you recruit William into the IBA? William has to bring a few photographs and he will be in the IBA. The IBA has been on to me. There's about 5 different groups for you don't know.
Yeah,
the
yeah, I have no
IBA is.
idea what it is.
I book anything. It was a thing set
okay.
up by a friend of mine with 5 other people. Then he brought it to us. We set up a group, and it's not Power Multis. It's
Oh,
I
I
book
was gonna
anything.
say.
Big Birds and all that. Or Lives Matter and fucking IBA. And there's
Big Bird's Lives Matter.
Fuck.
For all those people who hate Sesame
There's a
Street,
saying.
Big
This
Bird's
is
Lives Matter.
this is the idea. Right? And they have photos with Meg Tyson doing it and everything.
That's what we actually do.
They've made me key rings, right? So it's these brass key rings, and then that lets you in. There's like 5 different groups, and it's just fucking took off again. Like.
Yeah.
So
We need IBA merch. That's what
we're going to
need.
get the merch going.
Yeah.
Big Birds Matter. So to answer Big Joe's question, yes, William will be in it.
It's a motto I already lived by before I even knew it was a thing. Let's see. Nathan Burke, have you ever watched Mark Goldbridge? No idea who that is.
No idea. Paran asked, any idea who has a secret stash of all the Nordy Shore episodes? No, I wasn't in it. Don't know nothing about it.
I know for a fact that the people who were in it don't have anything of it.
Right, okay.
It's one of those like you'll have to find a random YouTube channel.
Right, okay. Does William shape his eyebrows?
No, I just naturally have lovely eyebrows.
Just naturally have lovely
Thank you very
eyebrows?
much.
There you go.
I'll shave the unibrow in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? But other than that, I'm just, they're very pretty.
So he just has pretty eyebrows. Whereas I've had mine shaved that many times at parties. It got to the stage where I would be like Patrick Mayhew or fucking some Tory fucking Secretary of State here. The big fucking bushy eyebrows. So I have to get them fucking long.
You've got the 80s porn star bush, but on your eyebrows.
Yeah. Done that one. Curtis Regan, your modest holiday. Well, that's obviously it has has to be my fucking stag do. Go ahead, William. Any more?
Liam BOC9. What's the dream gig?
Dream gig.
Dream gig.
Do you know, I really like gigging with all you guys locally.
I would love to do. Sorry to cut you off. Odyssey Arena, like a big charity fundraiser
for all of us,
and it's all of us.
Yeah, probably.
Like the Channel 4 galas.
Because we all have the crack when we're doing it. Like,
they're the most.
Don't get me wrong. Like, you'd love to do Live at Apollo or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm happy in my own wee environment doing what I'm doing.
If there was a Northern Ireland comedy gala fundraising, it's all the boys on. Do you know one of those nights you're all up backstage, it's like, right, you're on, and you're like, fuck's sake, I want to stay in here, it's really fun. Those kind of things.
So many will get pissed off about that, but
yeah.
Let me see. Was the picture of William that Dave used in poster a piss take?
That's me 3 years ago.
Is that the blonde hair one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is actually
It's the
me.
train spotting one.
Yeah, that is actually
I think
me.
it's a great pic. I don't think you suited the blonde hair.
I did not, but that photo was good, wasn't it?
The photo's great. Hangover cures and other strange remedies. Funny, I that's part of the new show. A hangover cure, but I'm not talking about it. You need to go see the show.
Chinese no wank is the best I can do.
Well, Lucasade Lucasade, Fanta, all them things don't taste the way
They're
they used to.
stinking, they
Yeah,
are stinking.
they got the sugar out of them, like.
It's because they've got rid of all the sugar in them.
It's fucking terrible.
I don't really drink them anyway, so it doesn't bother me.
No, I
but they are stinking.
I don't drink them anymore. But the whole point, another part of the reason I have good and then it affects it, but it's the same fucking thing. They just don't taste nice. So you used to be able to go and get a big cold fucking bottle of orange Lucasade and fucking a packet of Tato or something in a Chinese or a McDonald's, and that cured your hangover. But I found a different way for it, but you have to watch it in the show.
He records only fans videos. Go on.
Fans only.
Yeah, we get this every week. Jay Lavo, Paddy's funniest moment down the door. We've done this so many times.
Yeah.
Have you got one?
There's something I saw about and this is like one of them fucking trying to start shit ones. Any comedians you don't like in the scene.
Paddy McDonnell.
We've talked about this already in the show.
I don't dislike people.
And if I did, here's not the place I'd say it.
No, well, I wouldn't give a fuck about saying it. If I dislike
wouldn't.
somebody, there's a reason why I dislike them.
Yeah.
There was a certain comedian used to fucking say bad stuff about me and try to like stop me from doing failures years ago.
Yeah, but I apologise for that.
And but in all fairness, where the fuck's he now?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For me, it's...
But I was talking about this last night, and if he came in here now, I would talk to him. And I have spoke to him at another gig. If you're a cunt to me, I will be a cunt back to you. I live my life like that. I
Is
don't
this
give a
who
fuck.
I think you're talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but apart from that, there's nobody really. I think there was at a stage where you're doing comedy where you think everybody fucking doesn't like you. Or it's not. It's just sometimes people's all getting to know you. Do you know what I mean? And then everybody. But I'm sure like there's people fucking dislike things that people do or say or whatever. And
my only thing is, the reason I would say it on here is if I have a problem with I only have problems with people. Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't say it on here because I wouldn't want that to be the first instance they know that I don't like them. Yeah. I would say it to them. And
I would say all the comedians know what I'm talking about there from back in the time because I openly and I threw him into the fruit and veg in Sainsbury's, so it's not like he doesn't know about it either. Do you know what I mean?
It's actually not who I thought you were talking about then, but I know who that is.
Yeah. So, but apart from that, I mean, I had issues with Mickey Porter and it all got sorted out. Do you know what I mean? I don't see him anymore. He lives in Scotland or whatever, and he's not really on the scene that much. Do you know what?
I thought he was dead.
No, that's somebody else.
Yes,
no.
I am thinking of someone else.
But
I was about to be like, yeah, no one sees me.
I can have issues. I mean, I've had people who I've fucking been fell out with for years, and I'm not talking about the comedy scene. And then now we're all right. Do you know what I mean? It's not. I won't hold a grudge if you come across and go, listen, I was a cunt. I'm sorry because I've been a cunt before in my life.
Yeah.
And I've went back to people and apologised.
Yeah.
You know, so
you're a lot nicer than me. Once you're done with me, we're done. That's it. Gone. Not literally, like I'll not be a dick and the cause split, but I'll be friendly. But
suppose
they're like,
it depends
again. I'm like, no.
Suppose it depends what you've done.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I would like. There's people I'd be like, I'll speak to FSC. I won't be a dick, but we're not mates.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Any more else? Because we have to get ready.
No, that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in.
Thank you for coming in the very end, Jordan. Good to have you on.
Pig Heart, 22nd of February. Where can you get those tickets?
Not Pig Heart, 25th of February.
Sorry, Tin Man.
Tin Man, 25th of February, Ticketmaster.com.
And we have gigs coming up. We are doing support with Gaza.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Newry Football Club.
Oh, so am I.
I'm doing Derry Oktoberfest. So I'm coming to Derry, which a lot of people in Derry were asking. So me and Mickey Bartlett's doing that. So that's probably just what I'll announce for now.
I've come out, can't remember any of them so far.
Willie 2 dicks.
Korean, Scriban.
Special.
Are they both? No, Korean?
Right, good night.
Good night.
Good night, people.